Good morning. Good morning. Several announcements on the back of the bulletin. If you turn there and look with me. Try to go in order here immediately after the service on the trustees meeting. It's in the Walker Web Sunday School class downstairs. And then at 2 o'clock, we have a baby shower for Ryan and Katie. Over there, smiling. We have our Wednesday night quarterly meeting. Lay leadership at 5:30, finance at 6, supper at 6:45, and administrative board at 7:15. Then we have United Methodist Men, April the 26th at 7 p.m. Sammy's cooking pork chops, is that right, Sammy? Yeah. Cooking pork chops, planning on 25. If you think there's going to be more than 25, if you're coming and bringing a bunch of friends, please let him know. He's going to count on about 25 people that night. We have the newsletters mailed out on April the 26th for May. We need to have information in the office by April the 25th. And then we have Vacation Bible School, May 24th through the 26th. Any other announcements before I get Wayne to come up and share with us?
The Career to Iron Men's Conference is June 17th, 18th at the Arena of Birmingham, Alabama. These are, a lot of these same men are the men that have been promise keepers. I've heard them speak, and I've read their books, and it is be a great one. What I encourage you to do is stand at the back chapters there, and I got some more if they run out. Is get you a group of men to go, 3 or 4 or 5, or how many you want to go. It is definitely worth the time.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. I was going to announce right quick about next week's Israel Day, and I'll get out of here. It's not long, but y'all think today is Israel Day. I'm going to tell you why we're doing this. First off, why did God choose Israel? God chose Israel to give the Scripture to the world, to give the true knowledge of God, and to give us Jesus our Messiah. And for that reason, as Christians, we're indebted to the Jewish people for all that they've done. And over the 1,700 years, 1,800 years, the church has just moved away from it. So I had approached the church about having an Israel Day, and the worship committee met, and they chose next Sunday. It's got to do with part of what Garth will be preaching Scripture on. But you never know how God works. But actually, on Friday, April 22nd, the coming week of Passover. Now, Easter was originally Resurrection Day. It was named Easter later on. Resurrection was originally celebrated during Passover, which was a Jewish tradition, and still should be. But in 325, at the Council of Nicaea, the Emperor Constantine wanted the entire Roman Empire to go to Christianity and sever their roots with Jewish roots permanently. It had been leading up to that. So that's how we got away from that. So this week is sort of unique in that on the Hebrew calendar, Passover is on Friday. So we always, for Easter, we always have a nice build-up to Easter. And I wanted to take that opportunity this week that God has presented us to have a build-up to Israel Sunday next week. Several months ago, we gave out these books to everybody. If you didn't get one, or if you have to lose it, fear not. We've got some more. When you go out the door, I've got a set of books here, and if we run out, I got a few more, and I've got some right there. There are 7 short chapters of why Christians should care about the Jewish roots. Most chapters you can read in about 5 minutes, and then the last 2 or 3 may take you 8 or 10 minutes. Excellent quick read on what Judaism has given us as Christians, and why we should honor our Christian roots. And the lady that wrote this, I have never met, but I'm going to meet on May 21st. But she's fantastic. I watched a video just 2 weeks ago she did on time, Passover, and Jesus' resurrection together. If you're interested, I can get you that on YouTube. Incidentally, her husband, who was a retired Methodist minister, passed away 2 weeks ago. So I want to read one thing out of Exodus 3:15. Moreover, God said to Moses, "Thus you shall say to the children of Israel, the Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob has sent me to you. This is my name forever, and is my memorial for all generations. Our God, Yahweh, I am, Jehovah, named himself after Judah, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob." I consider that pretty important, and we should remember that. Also, Genesis 12:3, I will bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you. What I want this church to do is to reconnect our Jewish roots. Next week, we'll take up a separate offering for Lars Anderson. If y'all remember, he spoke here last year. He's going to be in Dothan on May 21st for a whole Saturday of speaking. He lives in Israel. And what the offering should do is support his ministry who teaches in Israel and tries to tell Jews about Jesus, Yeshua, their Messiah. And if our church earnestly supports and believes in Israel and will commit to monetarily, once a year, once a quarter, however we do it, to show that we truly believe, and it's got to be an inward belief. You can do this personally, and I do this personally, and do it glad. But my point is for the church to share it and be blessed, not me to do personally. And that's sort of the direction that I'm headed here, and I want our church to head. And one thing I would say, Christians do not convert to Judaism. Jews do not convert to Christianity. We accept Jesus as our Lord and Savior, but we do not convert. That's not what we're asking Jews to do. But they know our history because of 2,000 years, 1,800 years of persecution. So that's why we're going to have an Israel Day. And once again, it'll be just a quick lead up. It's real easy and short to read, and I think it'll get you prepared to come next week to celebrate Israel Day. Bring friends. Thank you. Any other announcements? Any moments of joy you want to share?
Sean's dad is home and doing well.
Remind everybody that last Friday we celebrated our 66th wedding anniversary.
I'll make sure you make her feel welcome.
And a follow up on my sister, she is feeling much better, better than she has in probably 4 years. So we're really excited. The treatment's been really bless her heart. Let's stand together and sing Majesty Worship His Majesty. May the Lord and the peace of Christ be with you.
I believe in God the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, and in Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord, who was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, dead, and buried. The third day he arose from the dead. He ascended into heaven, and sitteth at the right hand of God the Father Almighty. From thence he shall come to judge the quick and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and the life everlasting. Amen.
And as we come forward, let me remind you that we have all these prayer requests on the altar. At the end of the service, if you're going to pick one of these up, these are from yesterday for the banana drive that we had. If you want one, you can take one back. Go ahead, Daniel.
Good morning. Okay, I have a cell phone here. I want you guys to pass it down and see if you notice anything about it. Pass it on down, everybody can see if you can see anything. You notice anything? There is a sticker on the back, but that's not what I was meaning for you to notice. What is it in? What's it in? It's in a case. What kind of case is it in? What brand is that, Samuel? Life-proof. It's a life-proof case. Now, what does that mean? What is a life-proof case? Well, it means if you drop it in water, it's going to protect it. What else? Returning it to the donor. Thank you, Reverend. That, because mine is not in the life-proof case. But life-proof cases give you a guarantee, don't they? They guarantee that if you drop it and the phone cracks, they'll buy you a new phone. They guarantee if it goes in water and you have some type of moisture damage, they're going to buy you a new phone. They give you a guarantee. And so it's worth spending the money on the case because it's giving you extra protection, right? But what if your phone gets stolen? Is LifeProof going to buy you a new phone? What if you lose your phone? Is LifeProof going to replace that? No. So it's not really a real lifetime guarantee, is it? It's just if you have an accident, it's a guarantee. So, but what if we need a lifetime guarantee for our life? Where would we find that? We find it in Jesus. Listen to this Bible verse. Let's see. Something got me on where I'm supposed to look. Let's get back. It's okay. Let's see. Here we go. Listen to this verse. Listen to this verse. It says, "My sheep hear my voice. I know them and they follow me. I give them eternal life, and they shall never die." It is guaranteed that no one, so that verse comes from John chapter 10, and that's Jesus talking. He's talking about you. He's saying that if you believe in him he guarantees you will have eternal life. So, that's a pretty good guarantee, isn't it? That's even better than the LifeProof guarantee. I mean, LifeProof's important for your phone, but you need to have a lifetime guarantee of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Okay? Alright, so say a prayer with me. Ready? Bow your head. Dear God, we thank you for your guarantee of everlasting life through Jesus Christ. In his name we pray. Amen.
Our prayer reports are printed in your bulletin and on the screen. You may remain seated as we sing Surely the Prince.
Here's the folks you lifted up this morning. Lisa Birch, Leona Reese, George Miller, Emmett Fain, Alan Addy and family, Bud Gilman, Barry Bennett, Marlon James, our preacher, glad to be on there. I don't want to be specific, but thank you for putting it on there. Annie Jo Barber, we need to keep her in our prayers. She's in the Nolan Hospital, which is in Southeast Alabama Medical Center. She's not doing well. Keep her in your thoughts and prayers. Nathan Yates, the family of Betty James Coder, Larry King, Will Trevick, Beverly Harvey, Scott and Wanda Brown, Jean Lisenby, Belinda Collins, Gerald George, Emmett Fain, Our Country, Unspoken, Betty LeBlanc. I don't know if Beverly what that news told. They found 2 masses in her lungs that are cancerous, and they're beginning treatment this week with radiation and chemo. So keep Betty in your thoughts and prayers as she goes through that. And Beverly Hartman, Tom, do you want to tell us what's going on with her?
Yes. My mother-in-law has stage 4 cancer with lesions in her brain, her lungs, and other places. She's doing a lot better than any doctors or nurses expect her to do. With use of steroids right now, she's getting in and out of a wheelchair. She's very alert. But everybody's kind of afraid to do the treatments or anything because she's 84 years old. So once again, my family is just praying to God and waiting out another cancer kind of situation. Her older daughter Cindy and my daughter Abby are both, as you can imagine, a little sensitive right now and really having a hard time. So keep all of us in your prayers, please.
Again, we mentioned Annie Jo, Edward Barber, Our Nation in Israel, Kim Vaughn, Beverly Hartman, Wyatt Smith, Our Country in Israel, Sheila Smith, Jane Lochner, Mitzi Moy, and the earthquake victims in Japan, Beverly Hartman, Cindy Foster, Brandon Harvey, Vicki Lamb, Unspoken, earthquake victims, Debbie LeBlanc and Traveling Mercies, and Emmett Fain and Unspoken.
Earthquake victims
In Ecuador, yes. And a quick update on Meredith. She got home from the hospital Friday afternoon, but she doesn't have any skulls. And I really should just ask doctors to explain all this. Don't really all of it. But you can't let us go back in until the brain swelling goes down, so it may not be until this summer they're able to do that. So she has to operate without us closed for the summer. But they can't put a helmet on her because she has burns, chemical burns on her head. So she has to be very, very careful. She's suffering a migraine after suffering a traumatic brain injury that moments. So this morning the migraine caused her to sick her stomach, and that's why she was in the hospital. That's why this is not here. I hope that it's just migraine. But please keep Mary up in your thoughts and prayers. A lot going on. Lord, it rained again yesterday. And my first thought was, we don't need any more rain. Look how it's cooling up already. Yet, Lord, it came. Lord, I look at this prayer list and I see more and more people that we love, that we care about. I wonder how in the world they can handle any more suffering, any more sorrow, any more pain. And yet, Lord, it seems to come. Every day, every week, someone we love is offered a new illness, as if they have a choice, but they don't. So, Lord, I'm reminded. People tell me, you'll never give us more than we can handle. I don't believe that. I don't believe you send these trials, these sorrows. I don't believe, Lord, that you cause pain like this. I believe, Lord, there's nothing more than you can handle. For you, Lord, and only you, Lord, can handle these trials. Only you, Lord, can handle these sorrows.
Thank you, Lord.
Only you, Lord, can handle these joys that we have. So this day, Lord, we humbly come before you to worship you, praise you, and to give you thanks. Lord, at times you carry us. That's all that we do, is to be carried. Today, Lord, carry us. Carry us through these difficult moments. Carry us, Lord, through the pain, the heartache, the sorrow. But Lord, on the other side, there's joy. I can't wait to see the other side. We know, Lord, that one day we'll get there with Jesus. We thank you for him.
Thank you.
And pray now as he taught us to pray, saying, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever. Let's continue worship now by presenting to God His tithes and our offerings. Let us pray. Lord, we give you thanks for all that you have done, for carrying us when we didn't know we even needed it. And now, Lord, by your grace, we give back to you our tithes and our offerings with gratitude, and believing, Lord, that you will use these, our gifts, for your glory, to further your kingdom here upon this earth. In the name of Jesus we pray. Amen.
Jesus, forgive us all.
Our scripture today comes to us from Revelation chapter 7.
It worked this morning.
The trustees are meeting about the sound system after the worship service in case you wondered. So our scripture comes to us from Revelation chapter 7. So we'll go ahead and turn there, beginning in the 9th verse. A man arrives at the gates of heaven. St. Peter's there, and says to the man as he comes in, "What denomination?" And he says, "United Methodist." He says, "Great, go down to room 24." But as he passes room 8, he's very quiet. And it says, "Church," goes down the hallway, passes room 8 very quietly. There's a man right behind him, and he says to St. Peter, "I'm here." St. Peter says, "Well, what denomination?" He says, "Presbyterian." "Terrific. You go down to room 16, but be very quiet and pass room 8. There's a third man in line. Some of y'all heard this before. There's a third man in line. St. Peter says, "What denomination?" He says, "Catholic." "Terrific. You're in room 4. But when you go by room 8, he's very, very quiet." And it says, "Now wait a minute. I understand why we have to divide up among the denominations, but why is it you sent one to 24 and one to 16, but to be quiet on my room 8? And St. Peter says and says, "Well, that's where the pastors are, and I think they're the only ones here."
Thank you.
People ask preachers all the time 2 questions. They ask a lot of questions, but 2 specifically. What's heaven going to be like? How do I get there? I don't think heaven is going to be divided. I don't think we're going to have denominations. I don't think we're going to be in separate groups. I think we're all going to be together, and I get that from Scripture. But what I also get from Scripture is we don't know what heaven is going to be like after the judgment. Because, and I'll talk about this more next week, Wayne Kirkman. You told me I had to work that out. That's what I'm talking about. They sit so close together, they look so much alike and talk. Heaven, when it comes down to take the spot of earth, we have no reference whatsoever in Scripture to what it looks like after the last judgment. We'll talk more about that next week. Today, I want to talk about heaven, getting there. Now, how many people are going to be there? Y'all read the Scriptures. There are some denominations, I'm not picking on any denominations here, I'm just talking about what they believe. Some denominations say that only 144,000 people will be there. I wish that they had read the rest of chapter 7.
Amen.
Because the rest of chapter 7 says it's innumerable. You can't count that high. Let's look at this verse. After this I looked, there was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, from all tribes and peoples and languages, standing before the throne, before the Lamb, robed in white with palm branches in their hands. Innumerable people. You can't count that high. Last week I talked about how numbers go, and we got all the way up to decillion, billion, billion, trillion, quadrillion, quintillion, all the way up to decillion, and more than that. More than you can imagine, more than you can count will be there in the throne. Every person who has ever lived. Doesn't get already get in. Because every person who's ever lived is going to be in the throne praising God. That is going to be a huge crowd. A lot of people. And they're going to be holding palm branches. Now, if you remember Palm Sunday. Remember Palm Sunday? Kids came down with palm branches and laid them here at the altar. We dried those branches out, by the way, and turn them into ashes for next year's Ash Wednesday service. They waved palm branches as Jesus passed by on the road into Jerusalem for the last time. So this is a memory for the people of God that Jesus is already triumphed. And it's reminding them of leading to the cross. It's reminding them of what Jesus has done for us. So we need to hear a reminder that Jesus wins in the end. So they stand there and they hold the palm branches and they shout. Those of y'all who have this image of heaven being this quiet, serene place, I got bad news for you. It's not. Verse 10 says it very clearly. They cried out in a loud voice, saying, "Salvation belongs to our God who is seated on the throne and to the Lamb." Now last week in chapter 5 we looked at how the multitude worship before God. This week they're pronouncing salvation. They're saying it belongs to the Lamb. If you have Jewish roots, hint, next week you'll hear more about that. If you have Jewish roots, Jewish roots, know quickly that's a reference to Judaism. That's a reference to the Old Testament. That's a reference to understanding of how God used to accept sacrifices for people. They would bring their lamb or their goat, and later on they could bring turtle doves if they were poor to sacrifice to show God thanks for what God has done. Morning and night in the temple, every day of the year, the Jewish priests would sacrifice a lamb. Every morning and every night. Now y'all do the math on that. That's 730 lambs a year, every year, throughout history. That's what this week is doing. That's a lot of sheep. Now you only need one. Just one. And so Jesus is now our sacrificial lamb. Given of his life, that we can have life and have it for eternity with him in heaven. It's a sacrifice that he made for us. A sacrifice he had to make because we are sinful people. Now, when I say sinful people, I don't mean that we are heinous. In my mind, there's a difference between sinful and heinous. Sinful means you just act to do the wrong thing. Heinous means you do it on purpose. Strike has to do with hardened criminals, people who on purpose commit crimes, harm other people, destroy property, do terrible things. That's their nature, their desire. That's heinous. Sinful just means that we're not doing the right thing. Because we didn't ask God to lead us to do the right thing. And because we aren't doing the right thing, we're sinful. And because we're sinful, we can't be close to God because God doesn't accept anything for perfection. So we had to send the Lamb. The Lamb didn't come. We would be in heaven with Christ. You have to go to sacrifice to be with Christ. Because he sacrificed for us. We have been forgiven. We have been healed of our sins. I have scars right here. Like I said, it looks like an elephant right here. Where I had surgery. Y'all remember when I had to go to sling for a couple of weeks sitting up here? I probably should have preached that Sunday. I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I said either. That's all right. I'm going to have those scars for the rest of my life. They won't go away. Christ had scars for us that will not go away. But because of his scars, because of his stripes that he received, we are healed. We have been forgiven. And we've been offered a bridge to get back to Christ. And we go through him to get to God. But sometimes we're afraid to go across that bridge. It reminds me of going to Tampa. Y'all ever gone across the Tampa Bay Bridge? The new one? Some of y'all might have driven that bridge. I went on the old bridge. The old bridge that was only about 3 feet above the water. We would go down to see my grandparents in Bradenton on the south side of Tampa Bay. We would drive across that bridge. My mom was deathly afraid of the water. You can imagine how frightening it must have been for her to ride in the car and look out and see the water right there. And nothing but water on either side. You can see the land way over there and way behind you, just a couple of miles long, driving on this bridge. Now, how frightening would that be for you? If you're deathly afraid of water, driving on this bridge. She always sat in the passenger seat. My dad drove, and she did this. One foggy morning, the boat missed its cue when it turned the channel and struck the bridge during rush hour and knocked down a huge section of bridge. Cars could not see where they were going because of the fog, and suddenly they were pitched into the water. Cars were totaled, the bridge was destroyed. And my mom just knew that we should never go across that bridge. And she said, here it is, it's proof we should not be on that bridge. It took them a couple of years to build a new bridge. And the new bridge, way up in the air. Now you think it's scary going across the water when you're 3 feet above it. Try going 50 feet or 100 feet above it. Can we drive around today? Which is what you have to do for the last 2 years or so. But I remember driving on the bridge. We wanted to go see it. My sister and I were so excited to go across the new bridge. My dad was excited to drive across the new bridge and cut 40 minutes off the travel time. My mom was not excited. Ripped like death. And we get up on the bridge. And about halfway across, you can look and you can see the old bridge is still there. They turned it into a fishing pier. You get about halfway across the bay, you look and then it's gone. And you realize in that spot where there used to be a bridge, people died. And it's frightening to think about what could have happened to us if we've been on the bridge at that moment, in that spot, which we've been many times. But we got across safely to the other side now because engineers figured out that you should not build a bridge that boats can't go under. The new bridge to God was like that. The old bridge is broken. You know who broke the old bridge? We did. You know who built the new bridge? So that we can get to God now. Now I know it's frightening to go across and see where it needs to work. I know it's frightening to go across and think what could have happened to you. But the new bridge is safe for me. Christ has made it safe for me to get to God. He is the sacrificial lamb and wants us with him. And because of what he did, because of his sacrifice, we will be in heaven worshiping and praising God with the elders and the beasts and the people beyond counting. How many people we don't know? So many you can't count. But I'm going to give you a few as what you're supposed to say when you get there. Look with me at these words in verse 10. This is what we're supposed to say when we get to heaven. They cried out with loud voice, saying, salvation belongs to our God, who is seated on the throne, and to the Lamb. We've been saved. And then all the angels stood around the throne, and around the elders, and the 4 living creatures, and they fell on their faces before the throne and worshiped God, singing, Amen. Blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be to our God forever and ever. Amen. I promise it's going to sound great when we're singing it together. And we will. And John, who wrote the book of Revelation, is standing there and watching all this and just in awe. Yes. As I imagine we will be as we stand together with the crowds. And then one of the elders turns to him and says, who are those people over there? He says in verse 13, then one of the elders addressed me saying, who are these, robed in white? And where have they come from? I said, then sir, you are the one who knows. Then he said to me, these are they who come out of the great ordeal. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. These are the martyrs, people who died for their faith. They have to remember that John was writing to a group of people who were being persecuted and killed because they were going to church. If you were caught in church, you would be arrested. And if you were Jewish, they would put you to death for going to church. Can you imagine if we walk out of the door today and a police officer standing at the door ready to arrest us? How many of us do you think would be at church on Sunday if we were going to be arrested for being at church? Yes, they went to church. There were pastors that were killed for their faith. And because they were willing to die in order to worship God, they're being rewarded in heaven. These martyrs will stand before the throne and robed in white like us. In verse 15 it says, for this reason they are before the throne of God and worship him day and night within his temple. And the one who is seated on the throne will shelter them. They will hunger no more and thirst no more. The sun will not strike them nor any scorching heat. For the Lamb at the center of the throne will be their shepherd, and he will guide them to springs of the water of life, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. The word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. If you are willing to live and die for Christ, you will be at his side. You will stand before the throne. You will not hurt anymore. You will not hunger anymore. You will not thirst anymore. You will be in heaven forever with God. You will be saved. If you want safety, remember, the life is only this one. Eternity is forever. Amen.
Stand together and sing the first and the last stanzas. Precious Lord, take our hand, number 474.
Are you hurting now? Do you find sorrow in this life? One day soon your tears will be wiped away. You will find joy as you stand before the throne. You will stand with all of your loved ones, giving praise to God. Go now and celebrate in that peace. Amen.